job on it. I actually thought this was black, but it turns out it's brown. We tried to lift a car today with it. It will lift the back of an Avalon. It will not lift an entire Avalon, and that thing's stripped. So I don't really know if I'm going to keep it. It doesn't really do what I want it to do, so I'm kind of on the fence if I'm going to keep it or sell it, and we'll have to see. It is a pulling machine. It's just not a lifting machine, which is what I bought it to do, was to lift things. But it lifted this ATV. This ATV is probably 300, 400 pounds. So this is one of our next projects we're going to get here going on. Is it never stops, guys. You know, the day you stop doing stuff is the day that you die, because you know what, if you don't keep yourself going, you're just going to go backwards. Anyway, you know the whole speech. Keep yourself busy, keep your mind going. Don't think thoughts that you shouldn't be thinking. But that's what I always try to do, is just keep going, keep going, keep going. Well, this is the next thing that's going to keep me going for a bit, and that is I'm going to say a 1982 Yamaha three-wheeler. We got some problems with it. First problem is it's probably going to fall off these forks here in about 30 seconds. So let's get this thing on the forks, sorry, on this cart, and then we'll get the Walden out. I'll show you guys what I've done to the Walden, and then you guys can take a look at the ATV, or three-wheeler. So we do have the fork set up on it. We do have the bucket set up over there. Honestly though, I'm not sure if we're going to keep this thing. If it lifted a car and it pushed a car, no problem. It does push a car, no problem. Like this, like, has got the oomph to push a car. But I'm just a little nervous. It won't remove snow. It won't start in the winter. Stuff like that. So we'll have to see what happens to the Walden. It does lift a three-wheeler, no problem. But a bucket full of dirt is kind of heavy for it and stuff like that. So we'll have to see. I did have high expectations. I did try to scoop dirt. It did scoop dirt very well. But we'll have to see what I do with this thing. If I keep it, I keep it. If I don't, I don't. You guys never know, especially with me. But let's go take a look at the three-wheeler. So let's get a story on this three-wheeler. I went and bought a Dodge Caravan, which I guys can show you. And when I picked up the Dodge Caravan, this three-wheeler was actually on its side with this tire in the air. And I said to them, I can take other scrap like tires, motor oil, even that old three-wheeler over there. And she says, really? That thing's been sitting on its side like that for 10 years. I said, I'll take it. So I loaded it all up. Now to show you guys how long this thing's been sitting, look at this tire. Like, my finger is inside the tire. This is an old Yamaha. I believe it's a 225. But everything on it was factory. Like, here's where the factory tool pouch was. It was in there, but the tools were so rusty they didn't work. I pulled the carburetor off. The carburetor was just garbage. So I went on Amazon. A brand new carburetor delivered to my door was $68. So then I pulled the spark plug. It looked to be in good shape. I threw a little bit of quick start in there. First pull, this thing fired right up. So I decided to buy the carburetor. I bought an air filter. So what we're going to do is, I did buy some new tires at a garage sale for the back of it. These are 4-bolt, 9-inch rims. At the garage sale, I found 5-bolt, 9-inch rims and tires. So these here will be getting pulled. It's super disgusting outside. It's raining and it feels like snow. Those tires will be getting pulled off those rims, put on these rims. And then the front tire is seized, so we're going to have to be taking that apart. It's probably just got some water in it that's all rusted up inside there. Pull the bearings apart and go from there. And try to see what we can do. Pull out the axle shaft. The fork is bent. I'm kind of looking for some aftermarket forks for this, so I'll have to see what I can get. I'd like to put like a dirt bike tire on the front of it, but we'll have to see what we have to do. But this thing has a 2 PSI operating pressure. That is crazy, guys. 2 PSI in these tires. So the last time I actually had one of these ATVs, or three-wheelers that you guys are going to call it, I was probably 8 years old, and I believe I broke my shin on it, maybe my ankle. Super long ago, can't really remember. But we're going to start pulling this thing apart. Believe it or not, it's been sitting on its side for 10 years. Guess what? it's got clean oil in it. You gotta love these old toys. People put them away and beat the shit out of them, but you know what? They're always gonna run. You got your little compression ejector in there, so that way it's easy to turn it over. It has an electric start. Maybe we'll throw a battery into it, see if it will fire up. But honestly, I want to see if this thing will run with the new Amazon carburetor on it. So we have to get this one off. We're gonna break it right here. All these cables are pretty rough. But like, look at this stuff here is coming apart. I can't believe this thing. Just cannot believe the shape of this. But we are gonna have to take this thing apart. So we'll get started on this. You guys see in the Walden, unfortunately, I don't think she's going to become a permanent resident here at Zach's workshop just because it doesn't do what I want it to do. There's no sense to keep it if it doesn't do what I want it to do. I do have all the plastics for this too. It came with everything. I even have the other handguard for it, so. Oh well, let's see what I can do. So this three-wheeler is a shaft drive, and I told you guys how long this has been sitting. You can kind of see how long it's been sitting. It can kind of look like it wasn't really taken care of. So I pulled out this plug. As you can see, I haven't pulled the drain. Ready? Let's see this. Look how clean that oil is. We're just going to top that up, and this thing's freaking good in the gearbox and the rear drive shaft. That is crazy. I love these old toys. So we got 2 new tires on this, and we got it all torn down. Apparently, my tire machine doesn't do 9-inch tires. We got the carburetor off. We did break the carburetor cable, but that was all seized. There was no getting that out of there. So we're going to have to see what the new one pertains, but you are never going to get that thing clean in there. And all you guys saying that, oh, I'll put some slime in those tires, they'll be fine. Buddy, you can see light through the tires. Oh, and by the way, it's snowing out. Not overly happy about the snow again. Just want it gone. So yeah, then we got the front tire off. I do not have a tire to replace this one, but it is just as bad as all the other ones. But you know what? I'm working on this. Let's see if it will still do it, because I know the negative came off. Ready? Let's see if I can do this here. Let's face it, I'm too out of shape to pull these things over. So the starter works. It does run. So what we're waiting on now is pretty much just the carburetor, and I gotta take this tire apart and fix that and go from there. We did take the gas tank off. We didn't break anything on the gas tank, so we're going to be cleaning that and trying to get that thing back on here with the next couple of days. But hopefully this thing runs. So this will be a new way to hurt myself, so I know that you guys will be interested in that. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we're going to see what we can do with this. So take care, and we'll see you back here later on Zach's Workshop.